This is fun, huh?
Oh, we're just having a great time.
And I'm pleased to have on the line with me Darcy Schoening, and she is the Director of Special Initiatives for the Colorado State GOP. She's done a great job on that. And Darcy, I wanted to welcome you to the show.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, Kim.
Well, and you've done such a great job on these special initiatives. The last Capitol Club luncheon that I was at, there was well over 100 people, if not more there. And that has been one of your babies, right?
Yes, I've really enjoyed Capitol Club. That for the last year, we've had some really good speakers, yourself included. In addition to that, there was a really good event in Washington, D.C., the cocktail hour that we held for the Colorado delegation. There were like 300 people there. So, yeah, I really enjoyed bringing people together at these events.
Well, and Darcy, also, you have been active across the state. You've got two great children, elementary school age, and you have such a heart for our children. But, and when I say but, there you have that component of being a mom, but you also are so concerned about all children here in Colorado.
Definitely, yeah. Well, as you know, I think you were at the last Capitol Club a couple of weeks ago. I was out in Durango fighting for the kids out in Durango. They voted to sanction BLM and trans flags, but I'm actively working with several different, the Trump administration and our different Congress people across Colorado to bring attention to that and to have their federal funding permanently frozen if they don't agree to stop damaging our children. So on the way home from that trip, I was routed through New Mexico because Wolf Pass was closed. And I was thinking that same thing. I was like, this is kind of a sketchy trip on the way back. I hope I make it home. And then I was kind of thinking about my kids and just, all that we do every day to fight for families in Colorado and just how much work it is. And that's why I'm so excited to have Trump in office, because it's truly a new era where we talked about before we would be fighting for children, fighting for the Second Amendment or what have you. And we were just excited to have one win here and there amidst a bunch of losses. And now with, Trump in office and we've got control of the federal government, I think it's a new era, and we are going to make so much progress over the next 4 years. So I'm really excited. And I've been working with donors to secure funding. We're up to about $200,000 to secure funding for the 2025 school board elections through the Build Our Benches initiative. And that's a huge deal in Colorado. We've really got to be focusing on those school board seats. Those are the seats that affect our children the most, but they're also where we get our local candidates, and then those candidates become statewide candidates and so on and so forth.
So, Darcy, you have thrown your hat in the ring as Colorado State GOP chair, which important job, thankless job. It seems like probably in that job every day you have somebody that's happy with what you do and somebody that's not. But you've thrown your hat in the ring because why?
Well, because I truly feel that I am the best person in the state to lead us into this new Trump era. I've been putting in the work consistently year after year, and I think people have seen that. I worked tirelessly to lead the historic endorsement of President Trump by the Colorado GOP. I was instrumental in assembling the candidate initiative for the Colorado GOP, and I'm usually at the forefront of most issues, whether it's Denver Children's Hospital or local education efforts. So I feel that, we need doers in our party, and especially people that want to be leaders. We need people that are willing to do the work, the people that are willing to take the media hits, the people that are willing to take the calls at 2 a.m. This can't just be a job where, you log the miles and you show up and take the microphone for 5 minutes and proselytize about our party. We have to have people in office that are willing to go around and, like I said, put in the work. And I've shown that I can do that. And so I believe that, putting me voting for me as chair is just elevating the work that I'm already doing and just saying, you know what, Darcy, we trust you. We've seen you do the work. Let's lead us into the new era.
So, Teresa, you had a question.
No, I actually just wanted to compliment Darcy. Hi, Darcy.
Hi.
We've been, from afar watching you. One of the things that I would say is I see you walk the walk and talk the talk. You are such a fearless warrior at putting what your message is your message, and you are not afraid to speak it out, whether it's coming down on someone that's going at our kids or a school board. And I love that about you. So I just wanted to affirm you that I see you on a regular basis on social media platforms and just all of the organizations that we're all involved in together. And I agree with you. I think you walk the walk and talk the talk, and you're ready to get out there and be bold and stand up for what's right. We're in a historical era right now with our amazing president and the things that are happening, and you are right there in the heart of it. So.
And I will let all the listeners know, any candidate that ever reaches out to me, I will work to get them some time on the show. So, Darcy, one of your representatives reached out to me, so it's good to have you here. And I think you're onto something that's very important, even though we're so excited about what's happening at the federal level with Trump. I really think the radical activist extremists are going to double down. I was just talking about this House bill regarding elections. And so I think that they are kind of burrowing down, if you will, into the state, the county, the municipalities, school boards, special districts. I think you're going to see a burrowing down to push that agenda in those arenas, Darcy.
Definitely. Well, and we saw the Democrats doing that in the last cycle in Colorado. They were really, really coming for those rural commissioner seats and some of those commissioner seats where it was really close. And so, we have to stay vigilant, especially now with Trump at the helm. They're going to really be coming for those seats.
So, Darcy, what's the process? When is the election? What's the process? How can people get more information about you?
So the election will be at the end of March, most likely that last weekend in March 29th. And that is the SCC, the State Central Committee that votes. But anybody can get information about me at Darcy, FOR, Chair, darcyforchair.com. On Twitter, it's Darcy, and then the number 4CO. You can just look me up on social media or anywhere. My phone number is on my website, my social media. And as always, even if you're not looking, for information about my candidacy, I'm always around to help. If you've got an issue in Colorado, especially if it's about our schools, please contact me because I will be there to help you figure it out.
Okay, so Darcy, one more time, what is your website?
darcyforchair.com, and 4 is spelled out.
darcyforchair.com. Okay, again, Darcy spelled out for chair.com. So Darcy, we've got just a couple of minutes left. What are maybe the two top issues that you think are so important here in Colorado that people need to be aware of?
Well, they need to be aware of, as I continue to reiterate what's going on in our schools. But I would say that as far as the Colorado GOP goes, we need people that, like I said, that are doers. But what I want to see is all of us come together and really create an infrastructure for our candidates, for raising money for future generations of the Colorado GOP. And so what I would like to leave listeners with is, we have our values down. We just need to get our goals in line, and we all need to be working towards those same goals. So everybody needs to think, what are my top 2 issues? What are my top 3 issues? And how can I work towards solving those issues? And as the GOP, we're here to work within that framework to take Colorado back. So really, I would just like to leave everybody with the idea that if we focus on the same goals, if we keep moving in the same direction, then that's how we take Colorado back.
Okay. Well, great. Well, Darcy, thank you for stepping forward and throwing your hat in the ring for Colorado State GOP chair. And again, more information for Darcy. And Darcy is D-A-R-C-Y, right? D-A-R-C-Y?
Yes, D-A-R-C-Y, yeah.
Okay, D-A-R-C-Y-F-O-R chair.com. And thank you so much for joining us this morning, Darcy.
Thank you, and thank you